Yeah, folks, Hearthstone got a new legendary card this week. You can unlock Runi Temporal Guardian via the new event. I had to like complete one quest, which did take a long time, but got it done, got my Runi, and with this effect, Battlecry, send all minions in your hand 2 turns into the future. They return with +5/+5. I wanted to see if I could revive a bit of a Handbuff Paladin, because this is, of course, is a crazy hand buff, full hand, +5/+5, with cards that can benefit from those stats. Things like a giant Torith the Unbreaking, who I just accidentally removed from my deck like an idiot. With a giant Torith the Unbreaking, right? Like even harder to kill that guy. A giant Sandcastle, where it's like, man, okay, that thing now gives crazy buffs. Even like big Tigress plushies, or the mini versions even. Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Rush, amazing with an extra 5/5. On top of that, other hand buff stuff like Painter's Virtue. We actually got this new card, Hourglass Attendant. We still have Grime Street Outfitter. All of that combining means you can get some really crazy big stats, which certainly can overwhelm opponents. The hard part, of course, is kind of navigating that window where if you play this on turn 5, you're not getting that big hand back until turn 7, and you're often also like top decking cards to fill the gap basically on turn 6, which sometimes you'll hit a Ziliax Deluxe that's amazing and cool, and sometimes you'll hit a Firefly and that could really suck, but maybe it's okay because if you can recover enough off of that Runi turn with, like, you know, a giant Righteous Protector, a giant Tigress plushie, a giant Soldier of the Bronze that has doubled health, that might be able to shut down particularly more aggressive decks and help you stabilize. And I will say in this deck, I did find a little bit of success in that world, shutting down some of those faster decks by coming out of that Runi turn with some big taunts, some big life gain, and they kind of got locked out. Alternatively, though, if you have decks that can deal with big boards, freezing you out, hard removal, that sort of thing, it's not enough necessarily to turn the corner and like create that overwhelming force, particularly because there's been a bit of a gap in your pressure, unlike the old good hand buff paladins from like the last year or whatever, year ago, I mean, that would kind of keep that pressure up and then also sometimes hit you with like big Leroy Jenkins charge damage from all the hand buffs. This doesn't have that same level of lethality because we don't really have charge minions available in standard format. You kind of have to use Sandcastle with stuff that left behind, that sort of thing, to push that lethality. So I don't really think this is like a new meta deck or anything like that, but I will say after playing it, and I think you'll agree after watching this video, Runi wasn't as bad as I expected. Like, the stabilization coming out of the Runi recovery was better than I thought, and it did create some really overwhelming high pressure boards. So there might be something here eventually if this gets a few more cards, a few more ways to make those stats immediately impactful for lethality. I would at least keep an eye on this card and this package. Probably pretty mediocre for now, but it did show some signs of promise, as I think you're about to see. All right, let's keep a Firefly to get something down early against Rogue. Smorking them out early can be good. Hey, there's some big things. So I was like looking at the old hand buff paladins that were like so good for a while there, right? Remember that deck feeling totally busted. We did lose a lot of key cards that had, like, you know, Leroy for charge damage, for instance. You had like, I don't remember what that card was called. There was that one card that could like copy its stats onto another card. It was insane. So you still have a lot of the ways to hand buff, but you don't necessarily have as many of the payoffs. Also, I will say Runi Temporal Guardian, as excited as I am to get a new legendary, I think they should have a new legendary card in every single event in Hearthstone. I think that would be so sick to always like infuse the Hearthstone world with new cards. As sick as I think that is, I just don't think it's very good. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Is you know, a giant currently 9/10 Torith the Unbreaking on turn, like, what do you play at 8, I guess? 2 turns in the future, so you skip 6 and 7, you get them back on 8, you get them back on 7, maybe? 7 might be okay. I could maybe live with 7, I guess. 6, 7? Dude, this 6-7 thing, I am so over it, dude. Sorry, guys. No, your brains are warped by it. The first time it showed up on YouTube, I just had no idea what was going on. I guess I still honestly don't really have any idea what's going on. It's just that people commented a lot. So let's play a 5-mana 5/5. If this had Rush, it would be pretty sick. But it wouldn't fit on the text line. So I'm sure that's why it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know, man. Hand buff stuff. Let's try it and see. We're playing it on 5, obviously. She looks really cool. Runi Temporal Guardian. Opponent's just doing a lot of rogue stuff here, playing a lot of guys, playing a lot of card draw, doing their thing. I guess we can potentially discard that. I don't know. Maybe not. How expensive is it? I don't really want to run my 4/3 into it, but if it's worth discarding a card that they currently can't play, it might be worth it, because that might indicate the card is a valuable card or an expensive card, both of which might be meaningful discards. But they also might just bounce this guy, so we don't know yet. Oh goodness, that's good. Oh god, that's really good. What is this one? Is this the... Oh yeah, dude, that's insane. Bro, this is an insane hit. Dude. Like, insane, crazy tempo, dude. God, Rogue is annoying. Good lord, dude. Screw me with Runi, dude. My entire hand is dead, number one. Like, that's the thing, is that really sucks. I can't kill this. So that's misery. She just gets rid of your whole hand, which is crazy because, like, obviously if I ran spells and locations and stuff, right? Like, I wouldn't need her to get rid of the whole hand. You know, she'd only get rid of the minions. But then you're worse than a Handbuff Paladin deck, right? It's this real dichotomy where it's like you need a high density of minions for Handbuff Paladin, right? Which we do have some weapons. We do have a couple spells, I think. So it's not like we're 100% in, but we're like 90% in. Opponent trading in a little, sure. I mean, just making space so they can get more good stuff, I guess. Crazy hits on their 4-drops, man. Crazy hits. Just insane hits. I mean, like they needed any help here, man. Don't tell me they have a dragon on board. No, they don't. Thank God. Okay. That's a small reprieve. Not that it matters. I mean, is there any card in the Planet Eye top deck here that wins me the game? Ziliax isn't even buffed. Soldier of the Bronze, I mean, it's something, I guess. I really wish it had that extra 5/5 on it, but it's something to keep me alive for a turn. So do I get the Rumi cards this next turn? Because so if so, that like 1/1 Divine Shield Rush Lifesteal would be pretty sick here. But I also think I'm just going to die in a moment's notice, which kind of goes to show you what this is about. Goes to show you. I'm like zoning out on my phone because this game is incredibly boring all of a sudden. I'm like looking at my emails over here. I'm just like, dude, I have no interest in watching the Rogue play 400 cards right now every turn. Oh, I literally have an empty hand thanks to Rumi. Oh, man. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. Should I run less minions? Like, is that the solution? But it's just such a terrible solution because it makes all of your hand buff cards worse. Like, if you're, you know, maybe you don't need to play this in a full hand buff deck, right? There's other alternatives to explore, obviously, but in this world where you're exploring the Rumi cards. Okay, so we do get it back on 7. That's a little better for sure. It also makes Nomelia really cool, but at the same time, like, she doesn't die. I guess, do you just go like Torith and Tigress plushie here, right? And hope that the Torith holds? I guess, yeah. I don't know, man. It's a lot of bodies for meteors and stuff. And like, I have a decent amount of health. Like, this is about as good of a counter swing as you could ask for, right? Because the meteors might just, you know, hit this 4 times or whatever. These also currently take like, this is like 16 health effectively of meteors, right? So that's 8 meteors gone basically. Or, you know, bodies, whatever, same difference. Like 9, 10 in health. And then Nomelia could clean up later. The Hard Light Protector actually also giving me some life back. Like, this deck has a lot of recovery tools, I'll say. Like, dude, if I end up winning this game somehow because this is so freaking swingy, that would be crazy. Yeah, do that before you kill my guy so that I get more hits on my Divine Shield there, my extra Divine Shield. Oh, are they gonna take 9? Bro, they're taking 9. Dang. I don't have any direct damage though, is the problem. Lot of, man, they're like gonna die to fatigue at some point. Incendious though too now. They don't have any mana left though. Wait a minute. Do they have any way to draw these? Probably something, right? Oh my god, 2 taunts. Oh, it's actually enough. Unbelievable. Runi is the best card ever. I can't believe it. I thought the game was so over. I zoned out so hard. I can't believe it. Game number 1 in the books, and it's a legend, dude. I was able to get through those taunts pretty easily with my rush, of course, with Nomelia. But man, oh man, that's sick, dude. All right. Yeah, actually, pretty good. Like 1, 2, 3 here. Yeah, let's look for Runi maybe. Let's look for. Excuse me. By the way, I actually don't hate signature cards now that they've added this text thingy where you can adjust the text, guys. This was like my biggest hang up, is it was really bad for readability in videos and stuff. But now that the text is just permanently there, I'm totally cool with running signature cards. That's the only change it took, man. I love it now. It's so nice now. I mean, I'm probably still gonna default to regular cards just because I'm a nostalgic goose, but I didn't copy paste this deck list, which normally is why I have signature cards, so I don't know why I have them here, but whatever, it works fine. That guy's a pain. We don't love that guy, but we can just kill him with Tigress plushie plus an attack maybe. I want to pass on the virtue for a turn. Having 1/1s out here kind of sucks. Brood Keeper, not the most scary thing. I mean, do we go Painter's Virtue? It's getting so big and annoying. Or do I already rip the plushie and just kill this? I think you rip the plushie and kill it. I just don't want it snowballing out of control, right? I'm still kind of even on boards. It's not a disaster here. I just think it gets too out of hand too quick. So now you pivot into Virtue. Hopefully this thing dies. Virtue maybe just goes face if nothing else. But how did Painter's Virtue get nerfed, guys? I feel like this got nerfed, didn't it, at one point? Did that get nerfed? Did this get nerfed? That's annoying, isn't it? Really don't want to take an extra 4 for nothing here. Maybe you just go plucky plushie. Just start contesting the board with Poisonous, and like this Divine Shield's just kind of a freebie. Actually kind of good with Sandcastle, but you'd also love Sandcastle to be buffed first. So we've kind of deviated from our curve a little bit here. You could go creature, 3-drop, Portal Vanguard as a fallback. Didn't Painter's Virtue get nerfed? Was it a 2/4 before? Because that Handbuff Paladin deck was really, really good for a while there. The menagerie is for guests. Did it get nerfed? Oh, you just have lifesteal. Oh, I forgot about that completely, man. That's wild. I totally forgot it had lifesteal. That seems almost impossible to me. I just totally forgot. That's another reason that deck got so much survivability, I guess, huh? You have all Draenei. Huh, I do have a Draenei with Runi, but plus 4 health and taunt. I mean, I do have ways to buff the other halves of that, but seems very weird. +2/+2 and elusive. It's not really it either. You know, Hand of Vidal, Sandcastle. There are ways for me to activate this, but there's no way it's worth the trouble, right? It doesn't seem worth the trouble to me, man. It's like, do I want to go on this side quest, you know? I think a 6/5 is probably just too good into the board, unfortunately. You know, it's a fun side quest for sure. Maybe I draw Runi too and this actually buffs. I don't know. Because I was looking at a Draenei version of this because Runi's a Draenei, and I was looking at hand buff. I just searched for the word give, you know, and this showed up, and I was like, possibility, but it did not seem good. So many taunts here from the opponent makes me feel like my Painter's Virtue is just really bad, you know? That's what I'm thinking about right now. It's annoying. That's gonna take a trade. That's fine. I was gonna do the same thing anyway, so I don't mind. Here we could go hand, trade, maybe just Painter's Virtue, I guess. Hit the 3/2, that feels pretty good. Shame we can't Painter's Virtue first, but well, we could, I guess. We take We take 1 instead of taking 3, so I guess it's still better, right? Well, no, yeah, my minion dies either way, so yeah, it is a little better this way, I guess. You leave yourself at 29 instead of 27, right? All right, we've gotten ourselves in an okay spot. No Runi. Next turn feels like maybe Hourglass Vanguard is fine. Something on board. They're like getting pretty decent size. This having Divine Shield really helps too. Worried about their big like 8-cost dragon stuff. The Kindred guy, Draco Rex, I think we need to keep in mind. I guess we got the Logosh crew to think about too for Dragon Warrior. Are they still running that? I feel like Dragon Warrior is pretty great, but I just almost never play against it. I feel like I only play against Protoss cards. Oh my god, did we just go Runi? Bro, I love the Runi. It's the new card, guys. I don't have like the craziest Runi hand is my only thing. I guess like Sandcastle coming back's pretty sick. But no, I mean, yeah, Sandcastle's definitely the home run. Hardlight Protector's pretty solid too, but I kind of want to play that now. Just so I have more stuff this turn down, you know? I'm not foregoing the board completely that way. I think we probably will play the 2 and the 5 here. Then, you know, you've got Righteous Protectors, which is pretty good. Sandcastle, which is pretty good. I think this will work fine, yeah. Wasting a little bit of healing here, but no biggie. Still a pretty great board. You know, you are reliant on your top deck here, 100%. But we have some good top decks. We have some bad ones, too. Firefly would be a bit of a disaster. That's why playing this later actually gets even harder, because it's like, you know, if you play this on 5 on turn 6, if you draw Firefly, you're only floating 2 mana maybe after hero power, right? Or I guess even, yeah, 2 mana. Firefly, hero power. On turn 8, you'd be floating 6 mana, right? You'd be a lot sadder. But, you know, hopefully we just find something great. Hopefully we find, you know, Ziliax or Nomelia to recover the board. You know, Torith is a big boy. Like, whatever it is, right? Something cool. Either way, we've got a you know, solid lead on board here. Draco Rex is not particularly great here, I guess. A little better at 6, I suppose, isn't he? Popping my shield too is pretty smart. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty great Draco Rex, actually. Ziliax is a crazy hit, but it just dies to Draco Rex for free, I feel like, man. I guess we put him to 7, so he doesn't actually die for free. I mean, I gotta play it. There's no choice, right? If I play this, though, it gives them a free attack. I don't think we do that. I don't think we give them anything to attack into for free here. We want them to work for this, right? So at least take a bad trade. Their location being turned off does help, right? That makes a big difference. I mean, Ziliax was a great, maybe the best draw we had, honestly. Torith was probably okay. I would say Tarim was actually probably pretty great. Could have debuffed that a lot. It still has a powerful effect, though, even if you debuff it, because... Oh, well, no, it is based on its own damage, actually, so it would be pretty powerful. Ooh, some illusions are nuts. It's crazy how good a neutral card synergizes with that warrior card, right? Like, getting the illusions, just chaining into more draws, tutoring these free bodies out of your deck, it's so strong. Logosh. Okay, so this is a really big turn from the opponent, unfortunately. The good news, I guess, though, is that we are going to have our big turn as well here. Like, Rumi's coming back this turn. So we get a big play. I don't know exactly what we're going to do with said big play at the moment, but there's just a lot of big guys. These two together. Rush is pretty nice. I don't really get to, like, clear out the Draco Rex, though. I guess a Nomelia here would be pretty sick. Like, really sick, actually. Oh, my God. Nomelia here would be a dream, dude. It's so unlikely, but it's possible. Portal Vanguard, let's rewind that. Let's look for Nomelia, man. Let's look for Nomelia, man. Creature of Madness is garbage! Does the location give Rush, guys? I can't remember, man. I think it kind of does, right? I really can't remember, though. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it gives Rush, right? It's not just damage buff. It also gives Rush, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, let's protect this shield, I suppose, right? And then we kill the You kill this and see what pops out, or not? No, I think you go face, right? Let them pop it out. No, this is a crazy turn. I don't know why I was so hesitant about this turn. This is a crazy good turn, dude. I have a 19-5 on board. I have a 10-7 that's gonna double if it doesn't die, I remind you. This is a great turn. I don't know why I was so hesitant about this turn. Sandcastle giving rush is really the dream. No, that's a great turn. Even if the Logosh goes off here, right? Like, it's sometimes just gonna summon a 12-12 that dies, right? Like, it'll just run into the Portal Vanguard or whatever. It might go face and just be even worse for them. I guess if it has taunt, that could be a little bit of a pickle for us, but we currently have enough attacks. We could just, you know, hit for 19 through the taunt and then hit for 20, I guess. We still have some big cards in hand too, right? Like, this is still a monster. This is decently sized, I guess. It's threatening anyway. Some good top decks. I do feel like this deck could maybe use a little bit more card draw, right? Like, I remember scrapping for it already with Plucky and like Hand of Adol. I didn't even love Hand of Adol being in the deck because it's not a minion, but you know, I needed something. We're kind of just barely getting by, it feels like, because you have a little bit of generation too, right? Creature madness stuff. Oh, that's an interesting silence. Yeah, I like that one. Let's the attack through there. This, where does it hit? It is the taunt, interestingly, and it's at 11. Can we get through this with Tigress plushie stuff? No. Any kind of silence here? This guy's not up yet, so there's no rush through that. Oh, man. Any kind of silence at 3? I don't think so, right? And only 4 damage here. I guess we see what we find, though. There's not really much else to do here. +3/+3 and freeze it. I mean, that seems like the best play, but not really in love with it either, you know? +4 health and taunt's pretty nice, though. I mean, in some ways, just like getting an 8 cost might just be better because I don't really have a lot to do right now, and it fills my hand for the Hourglass Attendant. Like, I don't know, man. I think maybe I just have to kill this. If Valera comes out, do I die? Is maybe one question I have, though. No Valera. Okay, that's good news, actually. That makes me feel safer to do this. Now I don't think we die. This guy's pretty sick with buffs, yeah? Plushie, of course, go with buffs, and don't forget Sandcastle's coming back up too. So if anything sticks here, there's like a decent chance we find a lethal push. Not guaranteed because it's only 10. You need 14 damage, but it might be hard for them to answer all this. Okay, yeah, man, this has been an interesting game for sure. Delicacy goes to 7, so I can't really combo that with Plushie right now, but still a really strong card. Good result, I'd say, in the scheme of things. There's some pretty bad hits here. They only have 10 damage. I guess 12 with this. If they had like a Grom or something, could they kill me? Be 22 maybe? Trading in, sure. Okay. 10 showing. But I mean, I'm not even really like any of these guys. Oh my god, they're just going for that insane Fire Rack hit. I mean, they just have to clear everything basically to be alive here. Oh, Illusion, I do have rush to get through things, so that's not a problem right now. What's left here, man? Like, nothing's happening right now. Animate, bro. Oh, honestly, that if that's Explosive Trap, which it's guaranteed to be, that's a bit of a problem for me. Unless my 3/4 survives. Another freaking illusion, dude. I am so sick of these illusions. Dude, stop. Why is that one an 8/8 Divine Shield? Are you kidding me? Good God. Do I have lethal here? Hit. I can use Plushie plus a rush to get through these. But then I only have 13. I don't have it. Right? Well, can I get through with this? Hit. Rush there. This is 7 though. It's not enough. Plushie rush through doesn't have enough. I don't have it, right? I just don't think I have it here. Oh, well, Sandcastle himself also has rush though. I gotta remember he also has rush. Hold up. Hold up. This might be there, right? Is plushie not big enough, though, to get through a 4/5 is the problem. And I don't think I have lethal here ever, right? I don't think it's ever lethal, actually. Because plushie's the wrong size. Yeah, I think it just has to be this. I don't think we had it, right? It was 4 attacks basically, and I had to get, I had to get 14 to face, which I needed the 10 from Sandcastle to do that. Sandcastle I don't think ever had a value trade either, which is bad. I don't think we had it. And then attack space like killed my 9/1 at the end, so I might as well trade it in thanks to the explosive trap, right? So it's like I just had to extend the game here a little bit. I'm nervous because their hand is so full, but I also know they are kind of running out of good stuff to do, right? Like we've seen a lot of their good stuff. They still have those big 8-drop dragon guys. Those are kind of scary. They like deal 5, gain armor guys, And my hand is admittedly getting like a little light. Their like deck is getting a little light too, though. So I don't know. I do need to create some pressure outs here. Those illusions were just so swingy, man. If it wasn't for the illusions, right, we'd be fine. Okay, so that's actually not as scary as normal with the Torith, so that's good news. It's kind of expensive at this stage, I would say. Double poisonous per turn, though, is scary. That guy's big. That's gonna just pop a shield, I'd say, probably. Oh, they didn't use it, actually. Okay, interesting. So now we go face for these, right, I think. Draconic Delicacy does not kill that guy, but it does with plushie. That means I wouldn't kill the 2/1. Maybe I Painter's Virtue that, or maybe I Painter's Virtue face, right? If I go Virtue, though, I guess I just Delicacy trade in, right? Yeah, that's got to be it. It's got to be here, and then Delicacy trade in to the 8/8. I forgot this is getting buffed. That's pretty good. I mean, they're at 12. I have theoretically 12 left behind. This is becoming a kind of interesting threat, but not really. This game is really going a little longer than I'd like, right? This game is going like a little longer than we'd like. I needed this game to end maybe a turn or two ago because they have so many cards in hand. I'm still very nervous. Precursory Strikes. Okay, just popping shields. I guess Poisonous does kill this, unfortunately, doesn't it? Because it doesn't matter if it's only 1 damage if it's poisonous. That's kind of annoying. It's like I just can't really solve this problem, though, right? Like that's just a problem that we have to accept because this has basically, 4 layers or whatever. So I just can't get over that problem, There's another 6/6, which is still a pain. This card actually did end up being way more relevant than I expected, by the way, honestly. So double tap that. I can kill the second half of this at least. Like, that's good. Just Painter's Virtue it or whatever. Even if it gets buffed here, that's better, honestly. Soldier of the Bronze again. Okay. This is a 7/10, which does trade pretty well into the board. I don't think I can play this one, though, can I? It's like 6 attack is just a little too low for this. So I guess you go plushie and just leave it sitting. Maybe I have to hit the 1/4, but it feels so bad to trade a Divine Shield into a 1/4. They do have a Precursory Strike left still. I don't think an extra buff out of this is that bad, right? I think we can wait. Dude, I need like a turn where I hit like Plucky or Vanguard here, or maybe Hand of Adal. Like I need a 2-for-1 turn basically. If I ever draw a Firefly, I'm screwed is what I'm getting at. Oh, what a snipe, dude. What a just insane snipe. I think we lose the game off that, right? Unfortunately. I gotta take 11, but I guess I can do this first, so it's fine. Just lose a buff on this, which sucks, but I can't take 11 there for nothing, right? Like, what an insane hit. I had 3 minions on board and it hit the only important one. So insane. It's like actually mind-bogglingly good. I think we lose now, man. I don't know. Maybe a Nomelia top deck keeps me in the game. Maybe Tarum. Hardlight was a pretty terrible top deck. Wow, they really do have Grom. And he has Divine Shield, but you can't activate his Enrage like that. You're just going to pop his shield. I mean, you still give him damage, so it might be worth it, but it's just kind of funny. I mean, he has Wind Fury, so you can trade him in twice anyway. He survives the attack, which is cute. Yeah, dude, that snipe actually makes such a big difference. Like, imagine that hits a 1-1 and I have another 7-10 on board that turn, right? My life is so different there. Weapon hit here doesn't really change your math too much, I guess. Are they going for a Grom lethal here? Or what? It's it is 12 still, right? Like, it's pretty great. Either way, it's like 12 on the second half. Hit the 2-1, I guess. Oh. Hand of Vidal into Nomelia, any good? Boy, Captain Tarum. Oh, interesting. Okay. I got a debuff Grom, unfortunately, right? Maybe I actually turned this into a 3/7, which is so unusual, but I have to because I need to set Grom to a 1/1, and this cannot be that big. It's like my only choice. Yeah, dude, like the opponent is literally in fatigue, dude. Like, they're down to their literal last card. I feel like 1 or 2 different top decks here we were in this game. You know, like we've just been playing off the top a little too hard. They've got like Valera now still. I'm trying to think about all the stuff they have, right? They're at 10 health too is what's crazy. So any kind of like charge damage would have like really ended this game. I feel like Nomelia could still maybe put me in the game, but at some point I'm gonna have to deal with a stealthed Valera, right? Or does she have elusive or stealth? Which is it? It's elusive, actually. Okay, so I can't kill that, I guess. And Nomelia can still maybe not quite kill it outright. Dude, what is up with this guy? I actually just need Nomelia here, dude. Nomelia is so likely, actually. Oh my god. Keep that baby. Keep that baby. Wait, it's actually maybe not enough still, is it? Hold up, because I have to kill off Nomelia. Oh, she dies to this, but then I can't kill Valera. Wait, do I have any lethals? No. I need... What if I hit this? I think I leave this guy up, though. But I guess that doesn't kill me, right? Oh, but no, she doesn't die unless I hit this guy or this guy. I'm gonna leave this up, which is lethal on board, right? Are you serious? Is this really... Nomelia has to die and kill Valera is the problem here, right? Which the only way to do that is to like hit here. Which means these 2 live plus weapon is exact lethal. Plus this, of course, too. Dude, I cannot believe that guy just hits the best minion every single time. That card's not coded to say hit the best thing. It's just random. He hit the best thing. Like, if I had a 3/7 that turn, I'm sure I can navigate that so much better, right? Oh my god. There was no way for Nomelia to keep me alive there, right? I'm feeling so tilted by that game that I don't know, but it feels like there wasn't. All right. Let's keep Torith, actually, dude. Yeah, Torith seems pretty nuts. What happened at the end of that last game? Oh yeah, Hunter. I forgot. I got distracted by Discord. I'm making a video game, guys. There's a lot of Discord messages. I haven't mentioned my game a while on this channel. I need to mention my game more often to you guys on the Hearthstone channel. Should I do it now? Am I gonna ruin the video? I need to do an ad, like a normal ad read. Let's play a Hard Light Protector for now. This is Project Skyshard, guys. It's the indie auto battler I'm making with my buddy Ben. You can go play it on Steam right now. There's a demo. We put out a lot of patches. It's very fun. You build a city and you fight other people's cities. Here's a trailer. I'll put a link down below so that you can still see the game, but also see that I'm making a video game. Hopefully I win this game of Hearthstone so that I can include it. Battle other players. What? That sounds really fun. There's non-final art still in the trailer, by the way, but more art is getting added every day. Like that hero art's already been replaced. That hero art has already been replaced. My God, we're making a video game and it's real. Ooh, Runi already. Yes, we're keeping Runi. Heck yeah. I don't know if we are going to be able to play Runi safely, but heck yeah, we're keeping Runi. We'll go Hourglass Attendant next turn. This, I think, could have, well, I don't know. It's like almost irresponsible to give this better stats, but it feels just a little weak at 2-4. Even a 3-4 might be pretty significantly better. All right, that's my Portal Vanguard, it seems, from their Deja Vu. Prize Vendor. Okay, yeah, make my Runi even better, potentially. Yeah, it's still Hourglass Attendant for sure. Big time stats. We'll have a crazy stabilization off Torith the Unbreaking here then. You could like greed this Runi, you know, like one more turn, right? But I think you want to have that big swing turn as soon as possible. I think Runi played anytime after turn 5 is probably just too bad. Turn 4 Runi would actually be pretty sick as well if we had a coin. But we don't have a coin, so I guess we'll figure it out. Turn 5. When it's just playing these rogues, like my eyes glaze over and my brain turns off because it's like just let them play a million cards, you know, do whatever, do your thing. You actually get to keep a card in hand, but it's this time around for a Runi, which is honestly really nice. Dude, they actually got a crazy combo there. That's pretty cool. It actually worked too. It buffed that. Or no, that's buff from the spell. Never mind. But if they had traded this in, it would have worked. Forgot about Lingering Zombie. That's a pretty cool card. Oh, hey, a pretty slow turn from the opponent. That's nice, man. That's really nice. They'll surely kill this, right? Like trade. Runi, they probably can't kill. I probably value trade because I think we're going to try to stabilize later off Torith and Crew. What else was in the hand for that? We had Torith and Creature of Madness. I guess we can play out maybe. Not the strongest, but they go for value trades instead. I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, keep more threat on board that way. Hey, Hardlight Protector is a great result. Do we draw first? Are any 4 cards we'd play? Yeah, Tigress Plushie I'd probably play. Yeah. In a weird way, I'd rather buff the Hardlight Protector though. But just in case I get like a 4-drop that's really good. Ooh. This might actually be worth it, man. Yeah. Hardlight getting buffed is pretty cool. I don't think I'm like dead or anything since I'm trading in here. I think they'll also feel slightly compelled to kill this. And then next turn, you know, we're going to buff our Torith even more with the Painter's Virtue. And now we can play the Hardlight Protector too if we want for the stabilization and the extra Divine Shield, I guess. Hopefully they don't have a crazy board. Oh, Righteous Protector is a good hit for Painters as well, man. Yeah. We're going to have some crazy taunt stabilization here, right? How hard does it stabilize is the question. What hero card did the opponent get? That's another question. Blob of Tar really sucks, actually. Man. Does Blob of Tar mean I cannot play Torith? And I have to go small and wide instead. Do I have any rushers here? No, not really. No. Dang, dude. I mean, this obviously draws a rusher. If you get a Tigress plushie here, you start chipping through stuff. I can push the Tigress to 4, but it doesn't really do any good, so... But I might as well buff that instead of this. I'm going to probably play a Righteous Protector no matter what. I guess a Nomelia here is unplayable if I get that. What else is it? Just plushie, Sandcastle unplayable, Nomelia unplayable. Oh, man. What if you get like a Dark Gift? Like putting this out though is just like, that's part of the problem is like they get a great poisonous hit here. Maybe that's okay if we let them have this one though, you know, it's like, oh yeah, take this one, it's fine. Rust Rod Viper. I'm gonna 2/2 copy of Acolyte of Pain. Oh. I mean, like Lifesteal's definitely the better play for me, but man, I'm like really unhappy here. I don't know. Do I use the weapon or not? It just feels like kind of wasted is the thing. I think that's going to trade in anyway. So it's like, why waste it, you know? But I just, dude, I don't know. This sucks. And there's still another poisonous behind this is the real problem. Kingslayers. Oh, dude, I need the weapon destroy, dude. Oh, no, I got to go back and get the guy. Why did I take the lifesteal, idiot? Oh, they lost a little damage there. That's good news. Okay. Surely this trades in, right? Like, why wouldn't it? Oh, Nomelia's really nice to help me clean up, though. Not holding King Lane. Nice. They whiffed. Let's go. They whiffed, baby. They whiffed. I need the Nomelia to die, interestingly, right? So I think I hit here and then hit the poison guy. Yeah. And then I just play Nomelia into, like, Righteous Protector, actually. Maybe even Firefly. This clears the board this way. Right. And then I guess, yeah, we probably just go for small taunt. I mean, I think I want to play taunts to be alive here. Yeah. This is fine. Like, you know, we may not be alive still. I don't know. But Torith is going to be a crazy nice taunt to keep me alive. We also could still draw a Soldier of the Bronze as well, but that's not quite as good. We also might want to keep an eye on some lethals, because this can, of course, be a big damage push. I can give this 5. That's a buff for 5, which is already 12, and 4 is 16 plus 2, yeah. Yeah, we currently have a lethal setup if everything lives here, or even if this gets hit by the weapon. If they clear with something else, I don't think we have a lethal setup. Hey, that looks like lethal to me, right? This is 11. 13 and 5. Yeah, there is stuff to attack, so that means we're good. We just attack first. There's King Lane. Just attack first. Bada boom. Sandcastle hits. I've got 9 plus 5. Yeah. Nice, dude. Really nice. Really nice. Didn't even have to use Matorith. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay, good win, man. You can use Sandcastle with the new Welcome Home card, you know? Might be a way to get some, like, crazy damage anytime you stick a card. That would be fun, but I don't know if Welcome Home belongs in here. That was kind of a weird game, but we did survive the Runi stuff, you know? I think it helped maybe that King Lane missed. Having some actual legendaries in the deck's a good deal, perhaps. All right, we're definitely keeping Runi, no question. Which does make Righteous Protector a little more interesting, too, as that, like, recovery card. I am worried about Mage, though. Protoss Mage is gonna freeze me. Then they're gonna Colossus me. And life will be miserable the whole time. That's what makes it worse, is it's not fun. I can't also get coin, dude. Give me a coin. Coin's actually kind of a bad, you know, most decks are actually much better off coin. The difference between coin and non-coin win rates has been a conversation point lately. Having an attacking initiative has been really powerful in Hearthstone lately for board-based decks, of course, in particular. But I don't know how much that's going to matter for us. I think I might just like the Runi a turn early to get that swing happening. The Llama Swarm, or maybe the llamas aren't swarming. Maybe the llamas are warm. There are multiple warm llamas, not a swarm of llamas. Asking the big questions. Man, I hate this. Boy, I hate this. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, like, all 4s here, no coin, just everything a little clunky. Deck's a little light on 3s anyway. I remember the chart when I was building it. I'd, like, at one point I only had Portal Vanguard, and I was looking for card draw, and I was like, okay, Plucky fills 2 problems here, right? Hey, look, another Protoss Mage. Also the Plucky filling in. Thank God for that. Keeping the hand full for Rumi. I guess you probably go Attendant first because you want a little more board. Sandcastle's a great pull post Runi. Yes, okay. You do get, like, an extra dude in hand if you go for Hourglass. If you go for Virtue, I guess. So, like, your post Runi plays are bigger, but you might be a bit worse now. I do like that this also lets me, I don't know, you keep the weapon developed as well, right? So there's some kind of upside there. I keep a little more health on my guy, although I don't really think that matters. This usually dies for free anyway, usually. In a weird way, it might have been better off to go face and trade this in. I don't know. It's like a lot of the breakpoints are 3 anyway. So does it make a difference, you know? Yeah, exactly. Might have just saved myself 1 life, which again, not really likely to be relevant, of course, but you never know. All right, attack first, of course. Make Runi big, make our hand crazy big on turn 7. So like, honestly, at some level, like when we get that sandcastle back, he's already going to be 10 attack. You could buff him again with a Tendant potentially, although you might want to get him out sooner as well. Time Looper Toki, is she getting buffed? Did I see that? I saw there was a teaser for some buffs landing soon. I think I saw Toki in a list. Am I crazy? Yeah, Toki, yeah, she's getting buffed. Nice, dude. People have been playing this a little bit, by the way, like already. There's been some like Toki lists floating around. Rafam getting 3 buffs, some Priest buffs, some Demon Hunter buffs, some Druid buffs. Oh, this is a pretty good hit, actually. Okay. Let's go face. Like, let's put some pressure on them, right? This is at least a big body. Definitely want them on the back foot here always. We got kind of a taunted Boulder Fist Ogre here. So coming out, we're gonna have, what do we have? Sandcastle, like 7 is probably like, well, you might just go Hourglass Attendant Vanguard maybe, and save that Sandcastle for a moment you think you have a lethal push by surprise. Ooh, this Khadgar could be pretty slow here if you don't get Blizzard. God, dude, I'm having a crazy unlucky run today, I feel like. They just always get freaking Blizzard, man. Yeah, let's just go for big guys and not do the Sandcastle yet, of course. We want that to be attack. That's actually pretty great to keep. Yeah, let's keep that. Another way to potentially push extra big damage. So you've also got Bob here that can freeze you out, right? We don't want to get froze out by Bob, but I now have a 13 damage push from hand at any given point, and still a crazy big redevelopment too, right? This is a crazy threatening redevelopment. Even this is actually potential damage push, although not currently, of course. Oh, that's pretty weak. That's pretty weak, dude. That does kill her, but they're gonna be dead here if they don't get a Blizzard again. There is no chance they live here if they don't get Blizzard. Fireball's usually fine. Don't hit the 8/8 though. Oh my god, bro! This Khadgar is actually the greatest player in the world. This Khadgar is unbelievable, dude. Actually, I don't have lethal, right? Because this is only ever 11. You only ever get 1 buff per turn, so that's 22. Dude, this Khadgar, I actually cannot believe how tilted I am by this Khadgar right now. Let's do this. Just develop some big guys. Keep the buffs going on the dudes that matter. Push for 11. They got to go for a freeze here again, I guess. Of course, this sets up a lethal push. I just cannot believe that fireball. That's still lethal. I'm certain we... Oh, God. God, I hate this deck. God, it is the most miserable deck on Earth. I just think it's the worst, most miserable deck in the history of the Earth. God, you just can't play big cards into it. Oh my God. Why? 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 Why is this life? I guess I killed... I don't even know. I kill this maybe so they can't bounce it. I don't know, dude. Like, I have enough board to kill them 47 times over, but I know they're about to heal for another 23. So it's like... I just hate Protoss Mage more than anything on Earth. I just hate it. Actually, I don't know. Protoss Priest is honestly worse. I don't know. I hate them both so much. I just cannot stand this, dude. That fireball kept him alive, right? It stole 8 damage. I didn't actually do the math, but like I think we had 20. Maybe we were 2 off with the fireball. I'm not actually sure. It was like, you know, maybe we didn't have it. Okay, we can hit for 11. We're still making crazy big boards. I don't think I have any lethals here, but I can push a lot. Oh my god, dude, this whenever I play this Khadgar, it's like Frostbolt face. that mattered because now I can't buff any of those small guys with my toy Captain Tarum, dude. I'm actually losing my mind right now, honestly. I'm actually losing my mind. Nah, I might need just a better card, honestly. I don't know. I don't know what actually is better right now, though, to be honest. It's probably fine. I think I'm gonna rip the sandcastle just to remove some of these dudes. And I can just push 26 here, honestly, as well. So I think I will. It's like 26 damage is a lot of damage to push, so it's worth the trouble. And you still have a big threat on board, you know. And you just kind of accelerate the speed on this coming back for next time. I mean, the opponent is going to know when it comes back. I can't believe they're still at 50 life after I just hit him for 26, bro. I just can't believe. If they have another bounce on this idiot, by the way, I'm going to lose my mind and just heal for 26. Oh, God. That play strike really mattered, too, because Tarum was going to make a crazy big guy, which he still might be able to at some point, right? But, I'm so tilted. I'm out of my mind tilted. And I know Bob's coming too at some point to freeze the board, and I'm sure this will hit another blizzard or something, right? It's like, God forbid they don't just get counterspell because I don't have any spells. Coin into what for 9? Ysera? Pouch? Oh, just making space for pouch maybe? Coin. Colossus isn't great yet, but it's not terrible, I guess. Making space, I think. Just digging for something here, right? Glyph, digging for a blizzard, which they'll find inevitably. They grabbed it so fast, I wouldn't be shocked. Okay, that's still pretty good. They're in 12 damage is nice. They're gonna have any energy left for a ping here? Energy, my God, bro. This ain't Marvel Snap, dog. It's mana. They did not ping this. Don't tell me this clears it. I'll lose my mind. I will lose my... Dude, whenever I play Khadgar, it is literally just mirror image, Frostbolt to 1/1, mirror image, counterspell, Frostbolt to 1/1. When this guy plays Khadgar, it is a board clear every single freaking turn. I have never been more tilted in my entire life by a video game than I am right now, I don't think, man. I am losing my actual mind right now. I am actually losing my mind right now. If this, I swear to God, if this hits another freeze, I swear to God, I will lose my mind. I actually will stop playing for the day. This will be my final game. I won't be able to play anymore. I will be done. I had some fun Runi games. This is actually a pretty fun Runi game. I will be done. If that blizzards me again, I mean, I know Bob's coming anyway. I will be pretty tilted by Bob, but at least that's an expected value, right? Unlike this. God. Those could be pretty bad. Nope. They're just gonna kill all the small guys, so I can't get my buff. Great. They also have a giant taunt, but at least I can poison that. But that's the only small guy left, so I can't Tarum it. I guess I can use Sandcastle though to push through with a rush. Of course, they cleared the small guy again. Great news. I love it. You could give Nomelia the buff too, I guess, but she already has rush. That feels kind of wasted. Tarum, you could make a 1/1, I guess, and give it the rush. Finally, a freaking not blizzard. Unbelievable, dude. You could also just make that a 1/1, I guess. I would like the buff to go into Soldier of the Bronze is the thing, right? So it's like, maybe you can't... Oh, you can go Nomelia Toy Captain Tarum. That's kind of a fun idea, isn't it? And then run in... Well, you could also just run in, you know, the Sandcastle himself, right? It's pretty good, too. He does take 12, which feels kind of bad. Maybe you don't really care, because you care more about the location part of it. Oasis Ally is not a big deal. Barrier's fine, I guess, right? Oh god, hurry. Let's not overload the board. Save some threats behind. This, I thought, hey, 5 damage might make all the difference. I don't know. Like, somehow they still haven't really played that many Protoss cards, so we're not, like, dead yet, you know? Like, we're keeping them kind of in check there a little bit. 27 is the number, which, I mean, there are definitely some breakpoints here where 27 happens. They go for that instead of this. They must have a way to clear this guy, maybe? Sleet Skater again. Oh, my God. I thought we got through both, but I guess we just got through a bounced one. No, they already played. Oh, no, that's the second one coming in there. Oh my good god, dude. This is actually the most miserable experience. I don't actually know if I've ever had less fun playing a video game. It's like, things that punish you for doing what you want to do is not, I don't know if that's fun game design. Like, obviously there should be give and take. Like, you know, but Freeze is already so in on that. Like, Freeze is already the give and take. To double down on that and multiply the effect by your opponent's fun vector is like so weird to me. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna make a really big Explodoneer so that maybe they can't kill it and they just keep shuffling a bunch of bombs in. I don't know, man. It's like it's also keeping its enchantments, so I guess that means it keeps the Tarim enchantments too, right? Doesn't it mean that? Like, if they just freeze this, you know, maybe they just get 30 bombs in their deck. I don't know. I hope to God they don't have a second guy, by the way, but I can't, you know, oh God, I swear to God. I swear to God. Polymorphs incoming, I know, dude, or Hex or whatever. I just can't, I just can't, dude. Has there ever been a worse video game? Has there ever been a less fun game of Hearthstone recorded than this? I honestly don't think there has. I'm just gonna play this, I guess, to maybe keep me alive a little better against a Colossus. I probably should have killed like one of these for a potential bounce play, but I'm lazy. I don't know. Just like the damage might matter. I know Bob's still coming is what I'm gonna like, how many actual blizzards have been played? I think there were 2 or 3 off you know, the weapon. There was a generated one there. We had that flame strike that was frustrating. We've had 5 or 6 Sleet Skaters. What's crazy is I still don't actually feel like I'm totally out of the game is what's weird. Okay, that should be, yeah, that is still really big. Yeah. Oh my God. They generated a random potion of illusion, bro. I'm losing my mind. I actually don't know that I've ever been more annoyed in the history of the world. I cannot play this video game ever again. Oh, cool. Another card that just randomly deals with my exact 8 of health guy. I'm so pumped. I love this video game. I guess since this has exactly 2, I can never actually use it again, right? That's the problem here. Oh wait, hold up. I can set its health with Tarim, but that's super weird because you would just get a 1/1 buff at that stage. So that wouldn't really feel meaningful. I guess you just leave it out on board then. Dude, I actually have never been more angry at anything in my whole life than this video game. I just cannot fathom. This is the big main one, right? Like, I said I could have killed one of those. Unfortunately, the problem was I couldn't kill the big ones. They always chained multiples there. I just, like, what do you do, man? Like, what do you do? This guy has healed 8 million health. Do I, like, trade this in? Because it's like, maybe it lives. I don't know, man. Maybe it lives. I don't know, dude. I'm just, How many bombs do they have? Not enough to deal like 1,000,000 damage. I know that. I know that they don't have 1,000,000 yet. They have like 3 maybe. The Colossus is eventually also just going to kill me. Like, let's be clear. The opponent has 87 health. Oh, cool. Just so freaking cool. I love the video game. I'm actually, no, kill Jaden. No, I'm done. No. Nope. Nope. Done with Hearthstone for the day. It was fun, man. We had a cool game, dude. It was cool, dude. It was so freaking cool, dude. I just had so much fun playing this video game. My favorite video game in the whole world, and I love it. And I've been playing it for 11 years now. It was the most fun game I've ever had. It's like, dude, what were we supposed to do there? There was like that one turn I maybe could have killed one Sleet Skater, I think. But, you know, I was playing around the randomly generated potion of illusion. Like, give me a break, dude. Give me a break, dude. And I would have only dealt with one anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. They would have only had 70 health instead of 87 or whatever. I mean, just literally the worst video game I've ever played. I will say, though, despite 2 annoying losses in this video, the Warrior game was actually like just a good, fun game. Like, that one wasn't annoying, really. 2 long losses like that, I did think, actually, despite the losses in both instances and in the games I won, I actually thought Runi was a little better than I expected. Like, she really created some big time checks on the opponent, right? Like, it really put the game in a tough spot and like went toe to toe with like some really competitive decks for, you know, I made this in 3 minutes. It's just like a bad hand buff deck. So despite the outcomes, I actually came away, I think, a little more hopeful for Runi than I thought. There might actually be something here. There's, you know, not every game does the opponent have 47 blizzards that beat you. Thank you, Blizzard. And now a word from our sponsor. Yeah, did you know I've been using the exact same deck tracker for 8 years now? It's the Hearthstone deck tracker by hsreplay.net, and I use the legacy theme, which people always ask me about because they love the way it looks. But for real, I checked. My very first video using Hearthstone deck tracker was Quest Warlock in Journey to Unguro. Hey Regis, what is the card add-on you have in the background? This is Hearthstone deck tracker. That is an amazing run. You know, from day one, I've used it to remember which cards are in my deck, a surprisingly difficult thing to do when you're streaming. But nowadays, it has all of these just crazy advanced features. You can hover over any card to see its related cards or tokens it might generate, or just highlight any possible synergies from your deck, which is especially nice for tutored card draw. There are tons of live counters that help you keep up with your opponent's cards and win conditions. And for me personally, the Mulligan guide is super useful to plan your early turns. So yeah, if you somehow haven't downloaded Hearthstone Deck Tracker in the last 8 years of watching me, I think it's finally time to download it right now for free at hsreplay.net. You might even find a handsome fellow on their website.